Hello, I'm Tracy. I'm the Somerset Sewist, and this is going to be part 2 of my series where I'm altering clothes that used to fit me when I was a size 30 to fit me now I'm a size 16 to 18. The first thing I'm going to do is this dress, which I will insert a photo of me wearing it. It's a stretch fabric. Just trying to work out, stretch is more one way than the other. Oh, I don't know, it's a fair bit of stretch both ways, to be fair. So I've got quite a few options. I've got the Tilly and the Buttons stretch book. I've already made the Stella hoodie from this, which is what I'm wearing now. I love this hoodie so much. I've also made the Freya sweater dress with a cowl neck, which is that one. But I'm thinking I quite fancy the Joni dress. It's got a little bit more interest to it, a bit something different. So I'm going to cut the pattern out and see if I've got enough fabric. I've got no idea whether I will have enough fabric in it or not. If not, I'm going to have a rethink, but if it works, then great, I'll do that one. See you back here once I've checked the pattern and see if we've got enough fabric for it. Right, I'm having to have a rethink because I've laid this out on the back of the dress, and you're supposed to lay this out on the fold, and it comes to the side of the seam at the side. So I'm not going to have enough fabric to make the skirt. So the Joni dress is out. But at least I've got the pattern cut out for next time. What I've ended up doing is cutting out the Stella hoodie, but I haven't quite got enough to do long sleeves. So I've cut some shortish sleeves. I mean, it's going to be a lighter weight, isn't it, anyway? So well, this is the front, so I thought it'd be like a Stella hoodie cardigan, but I've just used it. I've just cut it on the, as if that was the fold. It's a fake buttony thing anyway, so at this point, so I think that'll be quite interesting. Got all the pieces, that's the back. I've got all the pieces for the hood, and this is the pile of literal scraps that I've got left over. So not a bad effort, I think. Now to sew it. Here it is, all made. Now I made a bit of a mistake. I cut one of the sleeves up for some, I don't know, never mind, it doesn't matter. So I didn't have the fabric that I had for the sleeves, so I used the belt. I just took the belt as it was and sewed it on, and it's given like a little kind of almost capped sleeve with very little effort, and I think it looks quite good. So it's quite a simple make. Kind of cut the piece out. If you're adding the pocket, you add that before you sew it together. Then you sew it together at the shoulders. Add the sleeves if you're going to, which I added the caps then. make the hood how they tell you to, and then add that, sew that in, which is great. Done that. And then, so, you know, more or less the last thing, sew down the side, sew down the sleeve, sew down the side, and then it's done. Most of it is self-explanatory. What I did do though, it's turned out a bit massive. That was a bit of a mistake, but that's okay. It's fine, I can live with it. I've got the 2 buttonholes done. I think I'm going to show you quickly how I made the massive buttonhole, but I'll do it smaller and show you how I should have done it. So what you do is you do right sides together, and then you have to sew a little rectangle. Try and do it smaller this time. Change the position of my needle so that there we are. Right, so we've got that tiny little sewn rectangle, which I'm now going to cut into, and then you do the same as if you were adding a pocket, a zip to a pocket in a bag or something. So you go up to, but not cutting the, you do along the rectangle, not quite to the end, and then you do a little triangle at either end. We don't really need all of this fabric. So we're going to cut around it. And then you poke it through. It's not going to want to lay flat for me today. Used to play silly games for me, but that's okay. We don't mind. It really doesn't want to lay flat, but you get the idea. Now I'm going to pin it and sew it around to show you how it ends up. There it is, all beautifully pinned. Now I will sew it. is a reasonably neat buttonhole, and that's the back of it. So it's quite a good alternative if you're like me and you've lost your buttonhole foot. So, and for something like a hoodie, for the lace or through whatever you're using to tie it with to go through, it works quite well, I think. As you can see, it's turned out quite well. Be nice to wear over long-sleeved t-shirts when it's too cold just to have the t-shirt, but warm enough otherwise. I'm quite pleased with it. I will definitely wear it, and it was quite an easy make. The main purpose being not to waste the fabric in the original garment, so that's definitely a win. Not very much fabric left over at all, so pat myself on the back for that one, I think. So if you enjoyed this video, enjoy upcycling and sewing, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.